Okay, it's time for some health economics. We're going to look at health insurance, in particular tax-preferred treatment of employer-provided benefits in the United States. Let's say a firm pays workers $200 of compensation. Going to assume the tax on income is 50%. The price per unit of good X is $2, and price per unit of health insurance is $1. The consumer's utility function equals the natural log of health insurance plus the natural log of good X. And we're going to start with our base case here. There's no tax preferred status on employer provided health insurance. Let's form the budget constraint. So $200 of compensation, and 50% of this is going to be taxed away, so 1 minus the tax. 2 is the price of good X, and 1 in front of the H here is just the price of health insurance. And substituting in the tax and simplifying, we have the budget constraint. Let's solve this budget constraint for H. Solving for H, we get 100 minus 2x. And we're going to plug this 100 minus 2x in our utility function where we have H. We're going to replace it with 100 minus 2x. And now we have our utility function as a function of just one variable. And now we're going to maximize utility by taking the derivative of the utility function with respect to x and setting that derivative equal to 0. We do that right here. So our utility function, taking the derivative of that, the derivative of the natural log of 100 minus 2x is minus 2 over 100 minus 2x. And the derivative of the natural log of x is just 1 over x. Moving some things around, losing the minus sign now, and cross multiplying. Adding 2x to both sides and dividing through by 4, the consumer will buy 25 units of good X. And since H equals 100 minus 2x, the consumer will buy 50 units of health insurance. All right, same setup here as original. But now we're going to look at the tax-preferred status on employer-provided health insurance. So the workers' health insurance compensation is not taxed, so that part of the workers' compensation that goes towards purchasing health insurance will not be taxed. The worker, in essence, is purchasing health insurance with before-tax dollars, while the consumer, or this worker, will purchase units of good X with after-tax dollars. Let's form the budget constraint, and the budget constraint will take this form right here. So H is not going to be taxed. You can buy H with before tax dollars. Substituting 0.5 in for the tax. You'll note here if X equals 0, the worker can take his or her total compensation of $200 and buy 200 units of health insurance, since health insurance is priced at $1 per unit. Here the worker's not paying any tax. Okay, the only tax that the worker would be paid on income, and since none of their compensation is going to income, the worker pays no tax. The other extreme, if H equals 0, the worker's total compensation of $200 is taxed at 50%, leaving the worker $100 to spend on good X. The worker could buy 50 units of good X since it's priced at $2 per unit. $100 divided by 2. So taking our budget constraint and going to just solve this for H. So 1 minus 0.5 leaves 0.5 here. 2 divided by 0.5 gives us 4. Solving for H. And now as before, let's just plug this into the utility function. After making our substitution, we'll take a derivative with respect to X, set that result equal to 0. We're maximizing, and we get this result. We're going to solve for X. X will equal 25. And here we'll see the effect of the favorable tax treatment on health insurance. The consumer or worker will now buy more units of health insurance. Okay, that's it.